Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Sequence Break 14, the podcast about Final Fantasy 14, because it's definitely not about... What else is 14? Candles? 14 candles? 14 No, you can't have
14
toes.
candles.
16
candles.
18
Oh,
candles?
yeah.
Is it 18 when you're
Grand
Filipino?
Theft Auto.
Yeah, it's 18 when you're Filipino. I don't think it's Grand Theft Auto. I was gonna say toes, but who has 14 toes?
I do.
Apparently you do.
I don't. Ew. Gross.
They're all webbed.
Oh,
Like a
that's
duck. For your
nasty.
pleasure.
Anyways, we are... Shit.
That would be weird.
That's the name of the episode, Web for Your Pleasure.
No, it's not. This is Season 3, Episode 12, otherwise known as Episode 100, and holy fuck, 33. Can't believe we're that far. With us today, which is October 14th, 2015. It's a Wednesday. We didn't record yesterday because Cal is a fucking moron and she forgot, oh, I didn't set it for midnight for the contest, and I set it for exactly Tuesday because that's when we record. Anyway, I'm here, Calaera, Orophen, I guess. He's a voice who has webbed toes.
What? I didn't say I had webbed toes. I said I had
Because Joe
14.
Oh, Joe
Joe
did.
I have
webbed one.
14 toes. Joe has webbed toes.
Okay. Well, Joe's here. What's up?
Yes. What's up?
And Jeff, do you have any webbed toes too?
No. Just ribbed.
And the more, I can't say better because that sounds weird. I guess the nicer person, the nicer
I'm the nice one.
version. You're the nicer version of me, right?
That's bullshit, and you know that.
Of course I know it's bullshit.
I wear a lovely mask, and no one sees behind it and all the dirty, dirty, horrible thoughts.
I know. And then every time people go like, Siri's a nice guy, I'm always shaking my head. I'm going like, you fuckers have no fucking idea.
There's a reason the villainous stash exists. Remember that.
There
It's
is.
not just a twirl.
right.
It's not just a twirl.
They're following me right
So-
now, but only the first time.
So we have Cirrisian here, who is our dastardly evil person who is actually wearing a mask of what sparkly niceness.
Yeah, it looks like a pony. It's like a purple hair coming off in glitter. Maybe like a rainbow trail.
You better not be a fucking My Little Pony or
Hey,
something.
there's nothing wrong with Rarity. You leave her alone.
I have no idea who these ponies are. All I know is that the kids I work with, they sing the songs all the time, and I kind of just want to go.
My Little Pony.
Well,
I don't remember the rest of the words.
One of their names is Jub Jub. The other one is Andre. And I think one is called Randy Savage.
No.
Don't forget K-Quick.
No. Okay, we're talking about Final Fantasy 14 here,
John
guys.
Cena.
John Cena!
Are you done?
Kinda.
Kind of.
Kind of like John Cena. Go away.
Mhm.
He's a
Where's-
good guy.
We're supposed to be talking about some Reddit topics here. Things that
Because
people...
nothing's happening in 14 right now.
Nothing is happening in 14
Not a
right now.
goddamn thing.
We have another, holy cow, 2 to 3 weeks before we get the patch. We have a week and a half before we get the live letter. This is
That's right.
this is torture, you guys. This is almost as bad as the Wait for 2.0, but worse. Because when you were
3.0, you mean? Yes. Honestly, like there are times I feel a little spoiled because I'm sitting here pouting over the fact that we have no fucking content. Then I'm like, I give you money. Where's my fucking content? I want to do something and not be bored.
You're trapped in Sunken Temple, by the way.
No, I actually. Oh, so let me explain that. So last night I decided, you know what? I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna get my paladin to 60. He's 59. I'm gonna do my leveling dungeon for the day. I'm gonna go do other things, and the dragoon and the monk were just going balls to the wall on everything, and they kept pulling a hate off me, and I just alt F4'd that shit and just went to bed.
Holy shit!
And I was like, I'm sorry. I've had a really rough week. I've been working my ass off, and I just did not have the patience or the time. And I didn't say a word. I just opened up Task Manager, end task, shut down my computer, and went.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how I do
No,
it.
it was
That's how you should always
hilarious
do it.
because I logged in today and I was like, okay, I need floor 1 and 2, and I need to. I'm so close to my amount for Dark Knight, and I was like, who's on my friends list? And I was like, Cirrisian in Sunken Temple, and then Dark was like, I think he was in there last night, and he's just trapped in because it
He
shows that you're
never left.
online if
that's
you like
right, huh?
DC that way, and so you're just in another world, and it's just hilarious because I was like, oh, Siri's not in.
I'm a bad man. Okay, just mental note and all that. Don't do that. That's a horrible thing to do. But fuck, I was not having it last night.
No,
You can't do that.
mental note. Please do that if someone's. It's better than sitting
No,
there and
no.
taking
Normally,
it.
I would say,
Do
hey,
it.
hey, give me a second. I'm half asleep and I'm drunk. Let me do what I need to do. But just I wasn't having it. I didn't feel vocal. I wasn't feeling fucking friendly and happy-go-lucky. I was like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
We're gonna agree to disagree
And
then.
I feel horrible this morning. And then I remembered that run, and I was like, nope, done.
Because my default setting is fuck you guys. I'm done. That's my default setting.
He has
That's how-
an auto translate.
That's how you roll.
Fuck you guys.
So
Pretty
then,
much.
what if it were me there and I was ripping the hit off?
Well, that's different. You know.
No, I'd be yelling at you in vent.
Oh yeah, that's
Or,
true.
yes, I'd be like, I'm gonna
But
let
who
you
you
die
talking
now.
to, me or Siri?
Well, both.
That's completely different because you're the girlfriend and I have to be a boyfriend and
No, you don't.
get the
You
perks
don't
that
have
come with
to.
being a boyfriend.
You know what you have to do? You have to tell her she should learn how to DPS and let her.
Yeah,
die.
you do that and see what happens.
I've done that to the wife.
Yeah,
I
well,
was like,
your
hey, you
wife,
stop pulling
your
hate.
wife and my girlfriend are two different people.
Very true.
You have fun with that.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were the same?
See,
Yeah,
in
that'd
that
be
respect, I get
hilarious.
something thrown at me. You just get your testicles removed. So there's a big difference there.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways, we're supposed to be talking about the bullshit that's happening on these forums.
Well,
Like-
actually, I'm kind of glad we had this little bit of conversation because it actually ties into that first Reddit post we had, which was, is player attrition happening? And I think everybody's at this kind of point where, yeah, we're starting to see some bleed out, and people who used to be able to sit there and suffer through content are having frustrations because, like this person posts, lately their FC has been shrinking. People aren't leaving in game; they're just gradually signing in less and less often, and they see a lot of people who haven't been online in 2 or 3 weeks. From what they can see, it's a non-progression raiders who have begun to disappear. They think that these people feel like all there is to do is Alex and expert roulettes, and they're wondering if others are seeing the same thing in their guild, and they're hoping people are going to come back in 3.1. So we're basically having the conversation that they're posting about right now.
Yep.
So yeah, is player attrition happening? Oh, most definitely. But this happens in every game.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a lack of content, it happens. It happens in WoW. It happens in Guild Wars. It happens in Terra. I think the one that is most markedly noticeable is WoW because they have such a large population. So when they swing 1 million players, oh god, they're down 1 million players, but that's nothing compared to that. No, the rest of the people are actually playing. But when there's lots of time where you don't have content being pushed, the people who push that content early get bored. The people who are stuck in that mid-core get bored, and the people who are casual are the ones who are catching back up. So it's perfect time for them, new players and people who are don't play very much.
But then when they catch up, there's no one to do the.
There's no one to play with, so they're
yeah.
kind of in a weird position. But normally for those players, like they have so much ahead of them, they can focus on one or two other things. And I think all of us are in a very weird position because we run the gamut. I wouldn't go so far to say hardcore, but we definitely are more aggressive in how we play.
Yeah.
So I think that each one of us has kind of hit their wall in some capacity.
I would say yes because I'm not motivated right now to play. Well, and that is in part because my friends aren't motivated to play.
And
So
that's a vicious cycle.
yeah, it is a vicious cycle. I mean, like I want to play, but I also have things to do. I have my homework and I have more added responsibilities at work and so it's like a vicious cycle, but then trying to juggle in playtime when I do log on, it's like, oh, no one else is
No
on.
one's on.
No one is on. And so then what do you do? Because the people that you want to talk with and do things with, they're not there. And it's really hard to do things when especially if you're a player like myself. I love playing with my friends, and that's what motivates me to do things. I mean, I could do things with strangers, sure, but it's not as fun and relaxing and joyful as it is with friends.
I do think our little group of like FC and friends we know are in a really special position also. It depends on where the focus of your interaction actually lies. For a lot of free companies or whatever, their focus relies in game because they don't talk to each other outside of game. We keep in contact through texts and Twitter and line chat and all that.
And
So even though we're not together in game, we're still together outside of games. So we
Mhm.
feel less incentive to be where we're not having
Logged
fun.
in.
Yeah, you don't need to be logged in because I can talk to Joe right now by sending him a message on my phone. Same with Kala, same with Riz or Oro or Jeff.
yeah, I can only
But-
talk to you guys through my phone, like I am right now. This
Oh,
is
there
not
you
me on TeamSpeak.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
wait,
I'm
you
just
say
kidding.
Jesus
I'm actually at
Christ.
home. I'm actually at home.
You bastard.
Not on my phone. Okay, to be fair, I would do something like that if the TeamSpeak app wasn't $3.
I-
Dark
Fuck you.
paid for it.
Fuck you, TeamSpeak.
I bought it and it was worth it because
I need to
sometimes I'm
buy
in
it.
bed and I'm like, you know what? I'm sick. I can't
Nope.
get out, but I want to talk to people. So,
Nope.
yay.
Too expensive. It's $3 too expensive.
So I think
But-
the long and the short of that post, honestly, you want to say something, Joe?
Oh yeah, well, I was just agreeing with this because exactly, I did my expert and I did Alex, and then I joined a farming party, and that was kind of like the extent of playing today.
Yeah, it depends on where your long term and your short term goals are. And I think because everything was so fresh and so new, people did push it really hard. And a majority of the goals that I wanted to set for myself have been met. Granted, I'm not going to be taking down Savage anytime soon, but I don't really give a shit, to be fair. So that's
yeah,
kind of
I
off
don't
the
think a
docket.
lot of people give a shit. I mean, I've asked if like people were interested, and some people are like, I don't really want to. And I don't blame them because there's not that much incentive to do so for them, particularly. I mean, it's kind of,
I disagree, but go on.
well, I mean, okay, so yes, you get the gear, but since they've announced that you get higher
The ethereal,
Yeah.
randomized gear 210.
yeah, they're kind of like, well, do I really want to go through this hassle of doing this end game stuff, which is, I guess people are claiming it's harder than coil. I don't know, I've never tried it, so yeah, they don't want to do the work.
But I guess for me, I'm not logging in because not because you guys aren't logging in, because I'm still kind of logging in every now and then. But it's more for me is I don't have a raid group at the moment because
Mhm.
they all decided to go play Terra because of the downtime, and and the rest of the group was just like whatever.
That's
And-
true. A lot of
and,
people are playing the free to play stuff right now because they have time to fuck around with something else.
But I would love to play and do Savage because it's fun. It's always fun to try hard content. And it's not, I mean, isn't it always a good thing to like see how good you are or
Yeah.
how well you stand in
Yeah.
terms of sort of the benchmark
No, I
of the
completely
game.
agree.
I think
Hit
it
me
varies from
up
player
if
to
you see
player.
me on. I would like to try Savage.
I think it totally varies from player to player
Mhm.
Yeah,
because
of course.
the
Where
whole,
you
like,
are.
no, not
in-
even where I am. Like, honestly, like you're using if we're using Savage as a metric right now, if that is you weigh yourself against Savage to determine how good you are, is
Yeah.
that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at a point in my life where I don't care about bleeding edge content or that kind of upper echelon of tier, and I'm totally content being in that mid core as long as there's something for me to do. I don't need to push difficult raid content. It's fun to experience, but it's not. I need to be on. Like, if I had a full raid group, I'd be doing it because I'd probably log in just as much as I do now. For me, it means zero to me because the game is not about an upward grind or a skill cap. To me, the game is about making connection. So, like I say, it depends on the player's perspective.
So, I mean, it's
Oh,
hard to go ahead.
I have a perfect example. The only reason why I did Coil in 2.0 was because of you guys.
Yes, I kind of dragged you in.
Yeah, no, you asked for a tank, and I happened to be a tank, and I did, and I pushed Coil because of that.
But
Had you guys not
you
done that,
enjoyed it, did you not? I mean, if you
some
didn't
parts
enjoy
of
it,
it.
then never mind.
You know what I did enjoy?
But-
T9.
You didn't enjoy T9, or you did enjoy T9? I
Did
don't
not.
know.
Because
That's too bad.
because he was guiding us through it. I mean, he was basically the anchor in a lot of things because most of us were trying to make sure that our asses weren't run over by weird things, and without Siri's help, without him like saying, "Okay, this is what's going to
Rayo as
happen."
well.
Well,
as
Rayo, yeah, Rayo as well. But I mean, you were like at some point you were also giving like, "This is what's going to happen. Go here." Or go here, because Rayo said that he was focusing on another aspect of the fight. And so it was like you guys working in tandem with each other really
Yeah.
helped us push that content.
And that was a wonderful reminder of how much I actually don't like that level of content. It just, that kind of repeated head smashing against a wall frustrates the hell out of me. Like,
Mhm.
and anybody who was in our static or listened to us in TS would know, like, there were times I sounded just like I didn't give a shit anymore. It's kind of like, okay, Stardust, okay, this, okay, that, because you get to a point at some skill level where you're right on that cusp and you've almost got it, but you've done it for so long that you don't care anymore. And by the time we were at a point where we were clearing, I didn't care anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt about a lot of the cool stuff. The main reason why I would do coil and things like that is because everyone else in our group was doing it. And I wanted to do things with our group, but that kind of content isn't something that I feed off of.
Yeah,
Like
Oro and I are very similar.
when you actually cleared, it's like, yeah, that was great. We finally did it, and there's a sense of relief. But up until that
We
point,
finally did it, let's never come back.
yeah, up until that point, it's like ripping my nails off, each of my fingernails. It's very tedious. But it's not like I wouldn't want to do it with my friends because that's what my friends are doing, and as long as I'm doing it with my friends, then it's not as bad. Because I would never do it on my own. I put it that way. Like Siri said, it's not something I would seek to do. But if I have friends that are wanting to do it, I don't want to be left out. I want to do what everybody else is doing. So that's my main motivator to do stuff like that.
I mean, I would
But
want to do it with my
that's-
friends, but I actually really like doing it. I don't know, it's something I looked forward to because it's something where you're having to think about and to try and get better. I was kind of thinking like about the Titan fight, when you first learned it, like back in 2.0, it was really difficult for some people, especially me. I played on a Wi-Fi, so I would have lag, and I actually had to be able to go, oh, and I couldn't move because for me, I would see people move late, and I would do that, but then I'd get knocked off, and I'd see like, but I moved the same time they did, and they're not knocked off, but I'm knocked off, and it would drive me mad until I figured out, okay, well, I can't wait that long. I actually have to move my fucking ass because I'm probably lagging. And I don't know, I really like things like that. Like T9, yes, it was tedious. Yes, it was kind of like I knew people in the group were getting frustrated but I was kind of like, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I know we can do it. 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 And I just really wanted to get it done and do it and do it repeatedly for other people. I didn't at all mind doing that. In fact, I'm kind of, then again, I played Bard in 11, and if you know Bard in 11, that is very tedious and redundant and repetitive, and I kind of like those things.
Valid in March. Eligible.
Well, the whole reason why I even brought
Lullaby.
the T9 thing up was because it's proof. I mean, look at how this chat room is split. You have two people who wouldn't have given a shit if their friends weren't doing it, and you have two people that actually want to push that. And Joe, you kind of sit in that middle, right?
Yeah, because I wasn't part of you guys' free company until like kind of recently, and I was kind of just all around. I played a lot by myself, so I did join random groups to clear stuff. Like I
Me too.
actually lied to my first free company about clearing, and they took me in, and I cleared it for the first time with them, so they didn't know who was not clearing it. But it was because of me we cleared, but I lied and said I cleared it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's shit like that. You know, I was just like, no, I know how to do this, even though I haven't cleared it. But, you know, it was that whole thing where it's like, oh, we only want people who cleared it, but
Yeah.
you can't clear it unless, you know, and so I had to lie. I just
So here's the
lied.
question. Had you not cleared that, would you have been frustrated?
With the group or
No,
just in general? No, because I would have just tried again. See, I'm like I said, I'm kind of like right in the middle of both of you guys because all of the both ends because I don't mind doing stuff on my own, even though I do prefer being with other people. If nobody else will do it, I'll go in by myself and grind out and learn the stuff, you know, just to see where I can be. And I don't know, that's where I am in the game right now. It's just like, oh, if nobody's want to do anything, I'm logged in. I'm gonna make use of my time logged in.
See, I
Okay.
wish I could be that way because I really want to do the content. I really want to learn the things, but
You have to believe in yourself. That is the
that is the thing. And honestly, I get like anxious because I know that
Yep.
other people, group to group, they do things differently, and I am someone who needs to know what works in our group and be able to be like, okay, I know what I'm going to anticipate from this person and that person and this person and that person. This is what they're going to do. So then I'm going to do this. But if it's someone I don't know and trying to read what they're going to do, it is incredibly stressful for me personally. And I end up like seriously hyperventilating while holding the controller. and it's a horrible mess and I don't want to go through that.
Okay. So why I had this conversation about T9 and all the previous content is because if you look at this group of 5 people, 2 of us don't really care. Like, 0 fucks were given. So if you take, you know, it's a loose number, but if you take that and extrapolate it up, it's like, yeah, you can see how people like Oro and I wouldn't want to be around because we don't want to push that high-end content. And then you have the feeding off of that of a person like Kella who wants friends to run things moving forward, but now her friends aren't on, so she can't run things. So is there going to be attrition because of that? You're damn right there is. But that doesn't mean that when the next content patch drops, that those numbers won't see a resurgence. You see that with every World of Warcraft patch. You see that with every Guild Wars 2 patch. Numbers go down, numbers go up. That is very, very standard in an MMO. We are in a very, very special position because we've been trained to expect content every 3 months. So the waves don't feel as volatile. But now that we're waiting that extra 2, it is a huge dip down, but you're going to see a big upswing very, very soon.
I can't wait. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be Savage mode that I get to do, but I do like content and I do like doing things, so...
And
If-
it seems like it's
Big?
geared toward our kind of
Yeah.
mid-core
Yeah.
sort of group where it's like, and for a large amount of people, which is
I know.
nice.
I'm looking forward to the airship content because it means that I'm hoping that they fix the alliance mode so that it can be smaller than the 24 people, and that we can bring like maybe
Odd number.
14. Yeah, an odd number of people onto the airship runs, because I would like to bring everyone in the free company who is on. Sometimes that's more than 8, sometimes it's less than 8, but if it's whatever number, then I can be like, hey, let's go adventure mode and go find an NM and see if we get our face kicked in.
I did hear Jeff kind of grumbling over there about big. Go ahead.
The next patch is nothing. Sorry, not nothing. It's a lot of shit content. Like, it's a lot of, oh, you didn't do Savage? Here's the easy way to get Savage level gear like
Yeah,
really?
But my counterpoint to that is it's the mid-core people
No,
that are
you're
kind
right.
of
You're right. Big
Yeah.
is I suppose the actual word, but in terms of like actual content for people who
Oh, no, I'm not talking content. I'm talking about activity. Period. People being in the game, because they're talking about attrition in terms of a bleeding out of people playing. I know people who've canceled their subs because they don't feel they can make any progress because they're not going to do Savage.
and
But
they're
the
not
second
making
you
any
bring
progress without anything higher than Savage. Like
Exactly.
you don't progress. If you're getting 210 gear doing this, and you're getting 210 gear doing Savage. Sorry, when I say this, I mean the whatever the airship thing is. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to it too because I want to try it out. But by no means is that going to be like, oh my god, I can't wait to get off work, log in, and do some fucking airship
You know what? You'd
shit.
actually be surprised when a person is stuck doing nothing but Alexander runs over and over and over for their gear. It gets boring. I stopped doing that a long fucking time ago. And when 3.1 drops, actually, yeah, I intend on playing a fuck ton more because it's another route to get to something that I couldn't get to because I sure as fuck wasn't going to do Savage anytime soon. And it's people in that mid-core area, people who don't give a shit about rating or don't want to push that really, really difficult content. Me, who want to play again. They just want something fresh
They want the reason.
and new. They want the reason
to log in.
Right, but you don't serve the people who have been farming. Like I
I'm not
haven't
saying,
even been farming.
well, you forget,
Savage.
in 2.0, the patches came in waves. It went hardcore, casual, and then weird catch-up content and whatever. There were like 3 waves associated with it. This one is the catch-up content.
I never said I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
But I do
I'm
agree with you, it
saying
does not
that
serve
we are
anyone in
5
Savage.
months in, right? I believe we are 5 because you said an extra 2 months, so I just figured you did the math. We're waiting an extra 2 months, right?
September, October. It's about 4. It's about 4 months.
Okay, so
They came in late June, so we'll give them that extra 2 weeks.
So we are unless we get 3.2 like what a month and a half after 3.1 drops with like the next Savage mode, we are behind schedule and people are not as forgiving, at least in the upper echelon.
Oh no, the upper echelons no, and I'm not talking about upper echelons right now. I'm just talking about glut of numbers, where we've all had this conversation before. The upper echelon is a smaller percentage, and if half of those people leave, that's still like theoretically what 2-3%, random numbers thrown out there. But the mid core, who makes up the person's FC who's looking for people, at least you'll see a larger influx that way. And I'm not trying to rationalize it. I'm just talking about this one specific topic of player numbers as a whole. Yes, I do agree with you very much that hardcore raiders need something, and they need something fucking soon. But I'm just talking about numbers as a overarching view.
To me, I just want something to do besides Alex, because I'm not even 60 on my next class. I'm taking to 60, and I have pretty much the full Gordian set.
Damn.
Waiting for me to ding inside the library and it be 190. once I hit White Mage 60, I'm gonna be 190 like instantly.
I think I'm at that point too right now with my second 60.
My
That's
second 60, I was 184 when I dinged to 60. So it's just like, and now I'm already gonna be 190 when I ding into my third job.
No. My White Mage, I sort of just been leveling through like trial roulette. Is like 56 or something, and it has mostly left side at least is mostly all Gordian shit from Alex.
Just the spare
Normal.
parts and shit, right? That you've looted. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even like make sure I like get every piece from 1 to 4 every week. It's just sort of like, oh, you guys are going. Don't mind if I, don't mind if I do. I'll
like
come
last
along.
night, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What happened last night?
Oh, we just did a bunch of random Alex runs. Like we did
Oh.
an 8-man. Just people were on, so Joe and Dark were like, let's do Alex. So we did like 4 or 5 runs of 3 and 4.
And I think, see, that was hella fun too, even though it was like kind of like, I don't even really need shit from here, but it's nice. But that was super fun having all 8 of us just go in there and kind of like fucking blow up shit with just the group of us. And that's like, I think where series come with like, and in Cala, they want to do stuff with us and as a group, and having content like that, but that's not Alex over and over again. It's just a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Even though it is Alex over and over again.
Well, I mean, like the next patch with like with the
Even for that
new-
1 month reprieve.
Exactly. Even if it's just for a month, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, in a month's time, we're gonna have this exact same conversation of I'm so tired of Void Arc, I never want to see it again.
Oh, but wait, we're also getting Pharaoh Sirius, right?
Yeah, you got.
Oh yeah, that's right. That first boss is gonna wreck everyone.
Oh my god,
Shit.
he's gonna be way stronger. His dogs are gonna do more damage if he's even alive. Watch him be the final boss.
Oh yeah, the final boss is the first boss of normal mode.
No, he was the hardest one that whole dungeon. Straight
Yeah.
up. That
Yeah,
boss.
was it
could-
hard, was
No,
it
you
hard
can-
for the players? Or was it hard for healers?
It was hard for players
It
because
was hard for
no
players.
one knew the mechanic like until like a year later. Oh,
Okay.
that's how you do it. And
Oh,
still,
the dogs
not,
and the
not very many.
crystals.
Because the mechanic is the dogs come out at HP percentages, so you just kill the dogs and then go back to killing him.
Yeah,
and
because
then
you're not supposed to push him so he doesn't spawn more dogs.
Yeah. You just,
Ah.
and the whole mentality at that time was go, zerg, 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 zerg.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
And it's like, oh, ignore mechanics. We're like 1 level higher than the minimum requirement. We're like overgeared. And you got fucking wrecked.
Stupid wrecked. Oh god, it's still funny going in there getting randomly and you just see someone leave and I'm like, oh my god.
Yep.
And he was nerfed, right?
That's sour taste in everyone's mouth.
Okay, so if percentage spawns are one thing, there was a Reddit thread recently asking about what can Square Enix do to make healing more engaging. Now, percentage spawns are one thing because obviously we were dumb and we missed that for a year. But are there other things that we could do? So let me read what they say and let's kind of talk about that. And it was, what sort of mechanics do you think they could implement to make the healing role feel more engaging than it does now? Telling healers they're also a DPS seems a bit unfair to them. People choose healing to heal, not to be a DPS with healing abilities. Some will argue that it's everyone's role to help push DPS in a fight, but I don't entirely agree with that. I don't think healers' DPS should ever be a deciding factor in anything outside of solo play. I'd be more interested in seeing them add something that puts our skills as a healer to work that isn't just topping people up constantly. Maybe implement mechanics involving certain statuses, and debuffs that have some impact on the fight besides just reducing stats or dealing damage.
Wow. My first response is stop playing White Mage then and play Astrologian or Scholar. Because those are more involved than just keeping your motherfucking tank topped off.
Yep.
Until
Playing
you're over
White
level
Mage
and then
right
your
now?
fairy does all your healing for you. That's what I do. I just browse and I sit there and DPS.
It's so dumb that people think that healers are required to be DPS. No, healers are only required to be DPSing when your DPS suck a gigantic dick. This game was not designed, I believe, to have
when your
the
healers are
healers.
bored.
Or when you're bored, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, or when your healers are
that's
bored.
two caveats we've talked about.
Right. I don't know. I wasn't here the last couple of weeks, but bottom line is, I do remember reading one of our emails where like healers DPSing or something like that was like unacceptable because something about your DPS should DPS and tank should tank and
Yeah.
healer should heal. And I'm just like, that is the case right now. The only reason why you want your DPS, or sorry, your tanks and your healers to DPS as well would be to make your 10-minute fight a 7-minute fight, or a 10-minute fight a 5-minute fight. So you spend less time doing that shit. And of course,
isn't that kind of derivative of a healer being overgeared or a tank being overgeared?
I
So they're
don't know.
bored and they want to hit the other buttons that they have rather than just stand there like an asshole. That's
Right.
why that's why I DPS.
Right, and
So it kind of ties into what this person's talking about. Is there something else that we can do that would actually give some kind of flexibility or some kind of extra duty for a healer?
I don't
Well,
know.
the thing is that
Parkour while healing. I don't know.
they made it like, let's go back to like 11. You had a different spell to erase different debuffs,
Ooh,
right?
let's bring that shit back.
Right? Do they want to do more? Like, do you guys really want to do like, oh shit, I have to find fucking
Poison,
yeah,
Yeah.
or
poison,
like,
silent, and
yeah.
shit like that. Do you really want to do that, or do you want?
I
your
do.
just-
I do. I do.
Honestly, I come from a game like wow. So you had like cleanse and you had fucking I don't know the other one. One was for magic stuff, one was for physical stuff, and yours takes a step further. I'd rather have that. Because
I mean, it was like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like in 11, it takes it a step further, and I think that.
But do you think people
it-
would cry because they're just so used
Oh,
to
hell
assuming everything?
They
yeah.
probably
right?
would, but it
Hell
basically
yeah.
hits every single thing that, as a healer, I want personally, and what everyone else is crying for. Because right now, it's whack-a-mole, completely and utterly whack-a-mole. Is your hit points less than fucking 70? Then you get a heal.
Or
I'm gonna
like
burn
you
a buff
see a
here
red
and there.
debuff, you apply Asuna.
Yeah.
If Asuna doesn't get rid of it, oh, I couldn't get rid of it anyways.
Exactly. And if you add little things like that, just like kind of the need for 3 different debuff spells and the knowledge of this debuff requires this skill, this debuff requires this skill, is an extra level of difficulty. And honestly, I would
Actually-
welcome that.
Actually, that would require debuffs to actually matter.
That's true.
Because debuffs don't matter at all in this
unless
game.
they're like the 4-stack poison shit.
Yeah,
that
they
shit-
have like vulnerability up and like a multi-stack poison are like the only thing that are really
Heavy sucks.
Yeah,
Heavy
I mean,
sucks.
yeah, heavy sucks, but like as a tank you don't really move anyway. For that,
But if you're DPS, then yeah, you need that heavy off if you have to avoid mechanics.
Or a monk
Uh,
having to go to flank to rear to flank to rear.
Yeah.
yeah, but okay, so here's the other thing: most of the debuffs don't last that long anyway. Like
Well, I mean, okay.
it's like
20 seconds,
pacification from oh, are you talking about like 20 seconds from like you're riding your chocobo and you're getting fucking heavied by getting hit?
No.
Myself?
I'm talking about
Myself?
like when you're in some kind of, I don't know, it's like, I know it's one of the Alexander stuff where if you do some, it's when you
Shrink to mini.
Yeah, when you shrink to mini, and because someone killed it in the fucking wrong place, and then you end up getting heavy and mini, and it's like you are just sprinting, or sometimes your sprint you sprinted earlier and it's waiting on recast. It's
Bad
just
breath.
things like those. For DPS is a bitch. For tank, I'm sure they probably don't give a fuck.
But
okay,
but you think that
things
would
like
make
paralyze are
make a
not
healing more
prevalent.
engaging? And do you think having something like that would make the healers more engaged instead of spamming Asuna or spamming leeches?
Oh no, it'll definitely make healing more engaging because you'll see something like bad breath. I mean, obviously, bad breath is a terrible example, but
Right?
I don't know. Fuck, what does something that gives you a debuff?
Pox in fucking turn
Oh,
4.
okay, yeah, Pox in turn 4. So you're looking at you look at Pox. No, not Pox, because Pox gives you Pox. I want to like in 11, like what is it? Something I from the corals.
Oh, the paralyzed shit.
Yeah, it gives you paralyze. So like your healer would have to go, oh, we're fighting a coral, and this move does paralyze, and this move does silence, or something like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your healer would have to know that, because it's not something like, oh, this monster, it's casting paralyze. I wonder what that does to whoever it's casting it on. It's not paralyzed. It's blah 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 move, right? And
like
they're
the mortal
doing
gaze. It
yeah,
does the death
exactly,
sentence.
exactly. Mortal gaze. You're like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, okay, sure, it's a gaze move, I guess, whatever. But you don't exactly know, like, oh, that's going to give you doom.
Yeah, and then you have to memorize. And I actually leveled healer in 11 and I liked it.
But as a bard in 11, that you keep on
Oh,
top of
yeah.
that shit too, right? Because
Yeah,
you're
of
like, oh
course.
shit,
I
this is doing blah blah blah, and you
Yeah.
Paralina everyone, or you Selena
Exactly.
people to
I
help
would
out your healer.
I had those things on my macro bars. I
Yep.
would have the Paralina, Selena, and Blind Nut, everything on there because why the fuck not? You want to have that to be able to support your white mage or your red mage, or sometimes you end up the main healer in the group and you're wondering why.
Yeah. No, but that like it would definitely make healing more engaging. It would
would.
definitely up the minimum skill level of all healers
But
by like a huge factor.
okay, but in this game, in the current, like, let's just say 3.1, what could they add mechanics wise that would engage healers? I understand, like maybe in a future patch
Oh.
adding the different like nuz to remove stuff, but like
Very
just saying like
easy.
the current one, what would you suggest?
Very easy. It would be debuffs have to last a significant amount of time for you to actually have to cast something. Like,
And they
for
have to be
example,
very
because
potent.
and I mean, like silence, for example, doesn't have to be any more potent than it already is. But you know, our silences as a player versus a monster, for example, last like what 3 seconds. You use it more of a stun than a silence, which is ridiculous.
I know.
So if for example, a paladin gets silenced, or like you're doing a dungeon and you're on whatever tank, and or a dark knight gets silenced, right? Because you use MP. I'm assuming you cast certain things.
Yes.
So like if you were silenced, you can't cast those things.
Yeah,
So
you can make fucking flash and unleash or whatever basically be
Yeah.
magic. Even though they're instant, they can be considered magic.
well, they are. I'm assuming if you're silenced, you can't flash. I actually never tried this because that's how little you
I've
get
never tried
debuffed
it
in this
either.
game.
I played a paladin forever and I can't even fucking remember.
See how ridiculous this
Yeah,
is?
and this is a perfect
We-
example. I think
we
I think
don't
you're right.
have like we don't have consistent potent debuffs, like bad breath. Okay, sure. We all know that bad breath is like absolutely
Horrible.
terrible. But has there ever really been like big bosses other than Orophen where you have like a big monster that you fight that does that kind of shit, right? So
Nah.
like paralyze is terrible, and the majority of the times in this game during the endgame raids, when they're relevant, paralyze is unremovable, which is fucking ridiculous, by the way.
Oh yeah, so you just have to deal with it.
You just had to, yeah, like turn one coil, very yeah. At the very beginning, the ADS does what a high voltage, right, and that
Yep.
paralyzes everybody. In the beginning, you could not remove that. Obviously now you can, and obviously now it doesn't really matter. But like that was a GG when that happened a lot of the
It
times.
was you were fucked.
And I find that that's the discrepancy right now for debuffs. It's either like, oh, you can't get rid of it and it pretty much means a wipe, or suck it up and deal with it, or it lasts for like 2 seconds and it costs 2 seconds of your GCD to cast it, so it's
Yeah,
like,
because Asuna's hella fast too. What if they just made a cast time in Asuna? Oh shit.
that would suck. But I mean, like, even things like for example, like I don't know if this is a dumb example, but this is the one example that I know that it's kind of useless to do is the pacification from Berserk.
It goes
It's-
away.
It's really good if you catch it early, but then like sometimes you're mid cast when you're
And it falls
warrior, and so like you finish your cure and then you start Isuna, and like you see pacification disappear twice because like you know what I mean? Because the
Or it
lag.
says no effect because it fell off
Yeah,
before you even
and
got
so you're
it.
just
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. And that's like the extent of debuffs in this game. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, this is literally off the top of my head. Did not do research, so if I'm wrong, by all means, email in, correct me now, if any of you guys know. But doing the Nas, Paralina, Silena, Stona, Poisona, whatever, would definitely make healing interesting. However, it might require a lot of like
Reworking.
rework in at the very least
Well, they've
moving
already
forward.
mentioned that they were going to make some changes to the battle system. So if they were really interested in doing that sort of thing, I would expect them to completely. I'm not sure if they said they were going to overhaul it completely, but they would have to overhaul everything in order to accommodate something like that.
It would mean
Yep.
that there would be extra spells, which would mean hotbars, like the cross hotbars for PS players, would be
Painful.
probably super cluttered.
The
Yeah.
bloat we were talking about?
Yeah, the
Weird,
bloat we were
yeah,
talking
no.
about.
I remember listening to Siri complain about that shit, and I was like, "Yo, every controller player feels your pain."
But you know what? This is why I'm like, I was thinking about this and our conversation about the bloat and everything. I honestly
bloat.
wish that they would have used the 11 way of macros and everything. I know that's kind of crazy, but for me it worked and it was quick for me. I know
Oh,
it's a pain in
no,
the ass,
it was
but
amazing.
I played
yeah.
on controller
It was
on
amazing.
11 also, so
I
I know,
exclusively controllered in 11.
it was
and
fucking great, right?
It was amazing.
And so for anyone who's wondering, if you not played 11 on a controller, basically you would you had a series of, a hot bar basically, and
It
your
was
hot
like 1 through 0.
yeah, 1
It
through
wa-
0, and
Actually, it
you
was a lot like playing 2.0, or sorry, 1.0.
Yeah, it
FF14
was.
1.0
It was.
in the controller. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what it was. You had a bar, and you had one bar, and you just flipped up and down from that bar. Like, okay, 3 bars down from number 1 is my, I don't know, cures. 2 bars down are my nukes. My
Yeah.
normal bar are my songs or something. I don't know. Fuck.
But would they have
like,
to slow down combat?
Yes, they would
they would
definitely
have to slow down
down.
combat, yes.
And people are already
So-
mad that we have like this 2-second global cooldown.
2.5.
2.5
It's like
seconds.
that's crazy. So
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
I don't know. I just wish macros didn't suck a gigantic dick.
Yeah.
Me neither. I wish they were like 11. I wish the macros were like 11.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
well,
like,
I just wish macros didn't have a ridiculous delay. That's all.
I can
That's
tell you
true.
right now, they're not going to slow down combat because people are already complaining about how.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
for
are
sure.
mad about 2.
No.
People want 1.5 or 1 second globals.
yeah, I know. But I mean, for me, especially, this is why for me, playing healer was frustrating. And I know people say, like, well, use a mouse. And honestly, using a mouse as a white mage was easier for me than using a controller because I was
Yep.
confused as hell as to how this fucking works. The targeting and everything was so incredibly frustrating for me. But knowing, I mean, I've healed in 11 and I taught other people how to heal very well. And because that made targeting was so fucking easy. I mean, you just had to hit the diagonal, the D-pad, and it would automatically select people. But then here it's like it selects monsters sometimes.
Oh, I have that filtered out.
Yeah, you have to. It's a hot mess of bullshit
Oh,
to
fuck.
Yeah,
to
I have it
select
filtered
things.
out.
Cause like the game really is only set up so that you can heal your own party, and that's it. It's up, 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 down, 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 down.
Yep,
And
that's
not-
what I
and
do
not
on
left,
controller.
right.
It's so
Konami code.
that's so tedious though.
Yeah, you cannot heal people outside of your party without like really going out of your way with
Do you
a
know what
healer,
I- you know
as
what
a
I have to
healer and
do?
a controller.
I have to physically reach over and use my mouse. Like, for example, in the Airy, if I have
Yeah.
to cure S9 or whatever his name is, I have to click him to cast like Stone Skin and Regen on him.
That's sadly that's what I do. Like when I am even for a regular party because I am like fumbling with it. I'm just really not accustomed to healing in 14 with the controller. I have my mouse and I have my controller in one hand and my mouse in another, and I'm like clicking and then trying to scramble to cure them because combat's faster in 14 than it is in 11. So it's like, please don't die. Please don't fucking die on me.
I think getting back on track here, I think if we were to make debuffs on players stronger and blah blah blah, it would have to work vice versa too. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Ours is being on them.
slow and paralyze and all
And
that
heavies.
junk.
And
And
like
heavies.
you know, so like a lot of those things go away when you hit the enemy. So it's kind of like, oh.
Well,
And
and
then
then so
the-
does
the
does
resist-
bind for us and stuff like that too.
Well, I mean, also like the resistance too. When you cast it 3 times in a row, they're totally
that's
immune
ridiculous,
to it.
and that needs to go away. I firmly believe that needs to go away.
What needs to go away?
The fucking diminishing returns bullshit.
It goes by
Well,
half, and then
it's like,
immune for like
you
40
sleep-
seconds
Oh.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you sleep something and then you sleep it again. It's like half the duration until it pretty much gets.
Yeah.
It's so you can't constantly CC something, which makes sense from a development standpoint. But yeah, I can see what you're saying.
It
Well,
is frustrating.
This is also a different game because we came from a game where like fighting multiple monsters was a big no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Like
mobs, you die.
11 is 2 monsters equals oh shit, I'm fucking scrambling.
Pop 2 hours, guys.
Not
Pop-
Yeah.
unless you're doing fucking like big pulls in like the Otrgon areas. People
I
would
don't
be
know.
mad
Black
if I
mage.
didn't have
No.
4 or 5 mobs.
Yeah, but
But you slept them.
slept them all.
That's
Like-
true.
Like that's the whole point of that's what I meant. Like you
You lullaby
you
them,
pull,
and then
you
yeah.
pull for yes, but you only fight one, and
At a
you
time.
and the rest of them are just sitting there.
And then you
until
wake it up
hit
like
them.
25%, you pull the next one or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never you're fighting 5 things, and they're all hitting you at the same time. At least in 11, but I mean this game is like let's pull the entire
First floor.
then pull the entire first floor. It's like that's okay from the start point to the gate to the boss.
Like we do in
And-
floor 3 in Alex.
Yeah, like exactly. Alex third floor is just like everything up to the scorpion, and then even the scorpion.
I wonder why
And that's
do we
and
do
that's
that?
like
Because
and that's
it-
no problems. It's like whatever, you got this.
Yeah, we're good.
I know, but does it even make sense? Because in the other Final Fantasy games, you don't have that. You don't have people pulling these great number of mobs and fighting them. You
Wait,
fight
which
like
which Final Fantasy?
Any of the other ones?
any of the
like-
other ones.
1 through 12.
One through 13.
Yeah.
No, you fight multiple monsters in active time battle fights.
Like 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
No,
four.
in Final Fantasy 1 you can fight 9 at one time.
Ooh.
But it's not like they're all attacking you at the same time.
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
turn-based.
It's
Actually,
turn-based.
Yeah, but they all attack you on their turn. So I guess you know what I mean. It's like your
Also, the
team's
principle of
turn.
accurate didn't really apply there, so it's kind of
Yeah.
apples to oranges.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
still,
know.
I mean, like, really, are we
Like
gonna
Secret
be?
of Mana, you could aggro like 4 or 5 different things, for
And then
example.
die.
Yeah, and then beat the shit out of them because you're a
With a
rock
level
star.
8 fucking sword charge.
I just think that if you're going to fight multiple mobs, your evasion should drop down a little bit because you're trying to fiend off like several attacks coming at you at different ways, right? You can't just avoid them all. And yeah, you're gonna be nuking things, but
No
just
two
doesn't
people
s-
can hit at the exact same time. Kung Fu philosophy.
we
Anyway.
should move
Yeah,
on.
let's move on. Yeah. So,
to answer the question,
Go ahead. Answer your question.
To answer the question, summing it up, healers but the only other way we can see, at least I hope this is a consensual thing, or wait, what the fuck is the word?
I have no
Where
idea.
we all agree on it.
Consensual.
Is it really?
Yeah, consent
yeah.
together.
Okay. Sorry.
Unless you're talking about, I'm not.
Let's talk
never mind.
about something else in starts with an R and rhymes with Mape.
Wow, dude. Wow. You're done.
What?
You're done.
You're done. No, well, let's just move on.
No.
Anyway.
Okay. So we all agree then that one of the only idea that we can think of off the top of our heads
Is debuffs and
Is
Asuna.
debuffs.
is the debuffs.
Yeah, no, we
The
all
debuffs
kind
and
of
buff management.
as a group, we've all kind of thought, yeah, debuffs and management and buff man. I honestly think buff management would be better too. But the two are kind of hand in hand. If you put those two together, it would make a healer a lot more interactive as a class, rather than needing to DPS in between heals.
No, this is true. Because
Yeah.
white
because all I do
mages-
is regen and stone skin as a white mage.
Yeah.
Because
And all I do is add low and DPS as a scholar.
well, I mean, as a white mage, I kind of do the buff thing. It's like I keep regen up all the time. Kind
Yeah,
of thing,
me too. That's it.
But
though.
then,
That's at least a buff. Hey.
but then you, like in 11, you had to do a haste rotation. You guys remember that shit?
Yep.
Gotta haste
I
gotta
love
haste
that.
everybody. So you go down the party list, haste.
Or the summoner summoning Fenrir and Garuda and Titan to put up the
Oh,
AoE stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was
God.
the wind move buff that we had for Garuda? Or it was a wind spell.
Yeah.
What was that
Yeah.
called?
The one that gave you shadows?
Yeah.
Oh,
one shadow?
yeah.
I don't remember what it was
I can't
called.
remember
What the hell
it.
was that called? Blink.
Yeah, well, it
Was
gave
it called
everyone
Blink?
it gave everyone blink, but the move was called something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
we should
Yeah.
move on, guys. We should
So-
move on.
I'm gonna move us forward. So, who here gathers?
I do.
Nope.
Who here rephrase this? Who here gathers at 60?
I
Cheap.
kinda do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So this one's gonna be a little harder for us to talk about, but sorry, Glamu over in the 14 Reddit posted a fucking outstanding explanation of what favors are, how to get them, how to spend them, etc. And I'm gonna be real, I read through all this and it literally flew over my head because I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Does anybody else know what he's talking about?
No, you know what? I have been trying to I guess it's because I never really sit down and be like, oh, okay. Most of the time I'm like, I make funny faces and then I go on to something else.
Yeah. So one of the big things that I'm taking from this is that the buffs from favors and all of that only last 5 minutes.
Ew.
And they talk about how to optimize that 5 minutes. I think it's really, really awesome. It's super important to kind of figure out like where these concealed nodes are, where you want to be, how you want to spend your favors, etc. So I'm hoping we can have this maybe posted along with the episode for
Mhm.
the people who actually are crazy enough to gather at 60, and may God bless your soul because you are insane and wonderful. But yeah, I think it's worth looking at. I just can't make heads or tails of it.
I think, yeah, we should definitely link this. So hopefully Oro is awake and he will link it on the
Don't think
post.
about it.
Yeah, whatever.
But we'll use that as a community spotlight. So community spotlight of that person. And as another one, we have a post on the lodestone from Abi. So we've
Ooh.
talked a lot. We've talked a lot recently about Xenosis Vex and how he, warriors are awesome and they solo stuff. Soloing's cool. What about duoing? How do you guys feel about duoing stuff?
Dueling is
I
fun.
love dueling stuff.
Like, it's what I did in 11 all the time.
Okay, so this person, along with one of their friends, in a monk-scholar combo, defeated the following in a duo: Garuda Extreme, Titan Extreme, Ifrit Extreme, Mughal Extreme, Leviathan Extreme, Ramu Extreme, Shiva Extreme, Odin, and T5.
Ooh, T5.
And- Yeah, that part I'm still trying to suss out in my head because holy fuck. So each one of these links within this forum post is a video of them knocking this shit down. And I'm curious, guys, have you watched any of this or have you heard anything about this?
Oh. I saw the thing.
Yeah.
I saw the post. I didn't get around to watching the videos because
Yeah, I
time
watched a little bit.
constraints.
Yeah, same. I watched like maybe one or two, and holy fuck, guys! I mean, nothing but salutes to you guys. We were talking about earlier people trying to find what to do during downtime and during the whole lack of content. These are people taking that and saying, you know what, fuck you. There's content for us to do. We're gonna go ahead and knock this shit down. So to those two, nothing but salutes and love because that is outstanding, and those videos were fucking awesome.
And no echo.
No echo. That's the best part.
Because I've duoed a few of these with a Dark, but it's Dark Knight and Scholar, and we've had to use echo on it because, you know, just some things can't. Because as a Dark Knight, I'm not a DPS, so I can't pump up enough damage and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so I want to throw those in the notes as well. I want to spread the love of these people because this is awesome, and seeing people do content like this. And
How did they do Moogle? I gotta watch that one.
You
Holy
need to
shit.
watch it because it is outstanding. Like the comments in this res, oh, this is great, and then I saw Moogle X. Holy shit! It's really impressive. It's really worth a watch. So I'm gonna beg Oro, my bestest buddy, to post a link to this as well because this needs to be spread. Now, on a
Makes
more
me
official
want to try
side,
it with Monk. Shit.
that's right. Now, on a more official side, we have two big things coming. Well, one that is here and one that's coming down the pipe. So the thing coming down the pipe, and Cala, I'm really, really, really sorry. You know what I'm talking about.
What? What happened?
Oro,
I don't know.
is it time?
What's going on.
I think it's
Huh?
time, Oro.
Oro,
What?
it's time.
What are you talking about?
Me, and the entire free company. Just nothing but green afros.
Green
Oh,
afros for
yes.
everybody.
Maybe.
You guys can get green afros if you want. I'm not doing that.
You don't want your
Oh.
testicles removed?
He
Yeah,
wants
but-
his balls.
Have fun with those green afros.
So, on the blog side, we've seen that we now have the hair club for Eorzea, and they posted I want to say it's 6 in total new hairstyles for classes to have. Some really
It's
interesting
6?
ones.
Oh, it's 3 and 3 or 6 for.
Oh, it's 4. It's 4. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
I can't count. I'm drunk. But yeah, no, it's 4 new hairstyles. 2 for the chicks, 2 for the guys. Looks
Nice.
really, really interesting.
Do girls get froze too?
Women can wear froze
It
too.
looks like it. Yep.
Good.
So we can
You know
all go-
what? I changed my mind. I'll build Alikil in an afro.
See?
Yeah. Make sure that. Oh man, it'd be great if the fro made. Oh, if it made you like that much taller.
It'd be
It
great if
kinda
the
does.
fro like flowed through the wind like Afro Samurai, like it was actually like wavy.
Oh
Moving
no!
around.
If only you could wield the samurai great katana.
Honestly, looking at the afro, it reminds me a lot of a daffodil. Like kind of, or the daffodil? Dandelion. That kind of whole solid like puff.
Really?
And
You
yeah,
know
so
what
I'm
it
kind of
reminds
hoping.
me of? The slime helmet.
You know what?
It
This
kinda
entire
does.
time I've
It's
been
the slime
screaming
helmet.
into the microphone. It doesn't look like an afro, and then I realized, shit, I was muted the entire fucking time. I was screaming at you guys. It's not an
Yes, win
afro.
life.
I'm looking
I
at
think-
this
I
and
think
it
you're right
kind of
about the
looks
slime
like
It's like a
looks
slime
like
hat. That's
like
badass.
it's like a mushroom from from Super Mario.
No, it doesn't
Toad.
even look like a
Like
mushroom. You know
toad.
what it looks like? It looks like the thing that you put on your microphone. Okay, like the windshield thing,
The pop.
the
Shield?
pop filter. Yeah.
But I'm
looks-
hoping that since Jeff said it was the slime helmet, I think he's right. It does actually look like that. I hope there's some physics to it. I want to say they kind of like bob
No.
and weave as you walk. It's kind of you're walking and it's a kind of wobble.
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
Like blue physics.
Whoa, Buffett.
Like titty physics on your head.
No.
Like dead or alive.
No.
Yeah.
No. No. I don't like the hair. I don't like it at all.
Welcome to SBDOA.
Admittedly,
hardly
the only
physics are
hair I
like
was kind of into
alive.
was the one on the Rogadin.
The what?
The one on the Rogadin actually was pretty cool.
Yeah, the actually
slick back?
probably the only hairstyle out of all of them that I actually think is acceptable. It looks nice on the Rogadin.
Yeah, and he has that heftier beard.
Yeah.
I
Because
like that.
a lot of the Rogadin hairstyles, I kind of go, what? It looks just like a mop on their head. It doesn't look nice. But this looks really nice and attractive.
The
And
one that they show on the Makote male looks like it's already in the game.
It doesn't.
know.
It doesn't look like anything.
what is that?
new.
Is I thought they were confused and like, hey, let's screen cap something that's already in the game and put it in there. Like, really? What?
And then
what-
they show the curls with bangs and without.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be real, it reminds me of like late 90s, early 2000s Japanese pop star chicks. And like the Elizin has that kind of tilted head look where she's spacing out like she looks she's drugged out, but she has that kind of like really princessy curly haircut.
Yes.
And I was sitting here going, no, that doesn't do it for me. That's not happening.
Yeah, that I don't like it. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. So
I mean, I'm sure
oh,
someone's
well.
gonna make it look cute, but I'll admit it's not for me.
No, it's not for me either. I might try it. I might play with it, but then I'm like,
Your afro? Got it.
Nope. Nate ain't gonna wear no afro.
I think we should at least take one full group picture of us all in afros.
Oh, fine.
With our tabards.
With our tabards. There you go.
You don't even have one, Siri.
I just got some money. Go away.
Okay.
I've been working on money so I could buy one. It was gonna be a surprise.
All right.
Now you ruined it.
All right, strong bad.
Yeah. So,
The email.
well, not quite yet
No,
because we have
no.
one more bloggy post.
We do?
We have one more that we found
One more.
just now that it was posted apparently early this morning that no one caught, and apparently part 2 of the Heavensward iTunes soundtrack has gone up with
Mhm.
5 new tracks.
that's
P.S. I
right.
just bought it while we were casting.
I know I did too because I was the one going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I had to mute myself because I wanted to scream like, hey, look.
So I don't even know what the songs are. It's A Cold Wind, Safety in Numbers, Ominous Prognostics, sorry, Ink Long Dry, and Lost in the Clouds. No idea what's what. I'm gonna play it after the thing because I want to actually enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But
We
for all of you,
also
go out
I
there and
saw
buy it.
that. That's right. I saw that last night. Matt Hilton posted about it last night. Or tweeted. Did. My bad.
No, it's okay. But we also have the live letter from the producer live. Forgot to mention that. It's going to be Sunday, October 25th at 3:30 a.m. Pacific time. Unfortunately, it's not going to be anything that great. It's going to be about the exploratory missions, Lord of Verminion, and if you have any other questions that I guess have to do with Yosuke Hayashi, who is the item team's lead planner, and anything that has to do with items or general topics on details of the Minion Alliance is what they're going to take questions on. So you have them post them on the forum in the designated thread.
Okay, I think that's everything from the Newsy official side.
Mhm.
So, shall we move into a mailbag section?
Yeah, I can go
The
read it.
email.
Yeah.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
I can't believe you just.
I watched so much Blue's Clues when I was like 17.
That's.
Well,
Because
no,
of
my,
your little sisters.
my little sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
They were born when I was 16, so around like 17, 18, I watched a lot when I was taking care of them. So I actually have a really soft spot in my heart for Blue's Clues.
Oh.
Yay, Blue's Clues!
Dear Sequence Break, hi, I'm not sure this is the right email, so hopefully this is going to the right place. It is. It's gone to the right place. But I've just decided to give you guys a much-deserved Patreon support and want to maybe ask a question and also say keep up the good work. Yay! Thank you for your support.
Thank
If
you.
this is a purely support technical questions, I apologize for spamming your inbox. That's right, I forgot. Hey, yay, we got a new Patreon subscriber. Thank you to, I have to scroll down. Jay Norris, or Etchy Waifu. from the primal
Oh,
longing
Etsy
server.
waifu.
Etsy
Ooh.
waifu.
The best waifu.
I bet he wears an apron.
Does he wear an apron? I hope he wears
Or
an apron.
she, I don't know. Jay.
I want an oversized shirt.
Oh, that would be cute too, especially with the panties like
Yeah,
peeking out.
panties
From...
and the button down is super long.
Oh, that'd be adorable. Okay,
Hot
anyways.
sauce.
I started 14 within the last month or so. As with every MMO, competitive game, or casual RPG, I try to research as much as possible to help me improve at the game and convince my friends to join me. So far, I've been able to drag along 6 or so people to join me in the glorious quests and adventures that 14 holds. Each of us have varying preferences, so most of the classes are covered as far as our group goes. I started as ninja, but I was very disappointed in the clunkiness of the mudras and ninjutsu abilities, so I've decided to swap over to Dark Knight. I am the Batman. I am the Batman.
Swear to me.
Swear to me. This leads me into a few questions, however. 1. I have a hard time finding any kind of posts or articles that aren't the same old play what you enjoy and don't care about what's best. I know this game seems to be more focused around the enjoyment of the environment and the story, but as someone who used to raid quite a bit in WoW, it helps to know what is strong in each role. I wouldn't want to be rejected from a group because I didn't know. For example, Shadow Priest was the worst DPS just because people told me what to play, what I love. Is it just that each class is very similar in abilities, that it doesn't necessarily matter what is best or right, and that each class is playable, or should I be concerned with the min-maxing attitude and try and play only X because I feel Y so much better than Z?
Zed.
That's
No.
gonna vary. Yeah, I agree
Oh,
with
I
Zed.
got-
I agree with Zed.
I got an answer to that, but we'll do.
Are we answering each one, or
whole...
read the
Let's
whole
answer
thing?
it right now. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Joe, you want to start?
Play what you like in this game, because as long as you fill that role, people won't. I haven't been in a situation where anybody will kick anybody for like anything like 2 scholars or 2 astros or 2 white mages, nothing like that. Or like if somebody's a paladin, I've never kicked a paladin, or I've never seen somebody say, "Oh, a paladin, let's kick him because we want a warrior or a dark knight." So in this game particularly, I know there are optimal classes and at the higher tier, but if you're just like going in with like your group of friends, play what you like and then adjust accordingly if something doesn't work.
I'm going to say
I
the same.
disagree.
Well, you want to go first or shall I go first?
So you can go.
Okay, so I agree to an extent. Like, if you're just doing the regular content, yeah, I mean, just play whatever. If you're going to go into endgame content, you're going to want to probably consider what you're playing, because the extra DPS for the savage mode, for example, is probably going to help. So warrior and dark do a little bit more DPS than a paladin. So, if you enjoy playing paladin, great, but your group might make frowny faces at you and be like, you'd probably be better off as a dark, which of course, thankfully you're leveling, but then of course you can't, I don't know, I'm not really familiar with darks. Can darks really main tank? Are they usually an off tank?
They're better as main tank and warrior as off tank.
Okay. So, there you go. So there's those little quirks. I know that when we were doing Coil with our group, so Siri, myself, and Oro was part of that group, we had warrior as an off tank and paladin as our main tank, and sometimes we even swapped Oro out in favor of an added DPS and just having one single tank. So there are things like that. We have a really good friend of ours who's in our free company, and he used to have every single job leveled at 50. Now at 60, he has a tank, a healer, and a DPS that he has at 60. And so he's able to swap around what exactly he's going to play.
That's
Tedious.
gonna be me soon.
Yeah, but I mean, it is kind of tedious, but at least, you have options. And I think that if you're particular about a certain role, I'm assuming, such as a tank, you can be like Joe, who is super awesome, and level all 3. Well, back in 2.0 content.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jeff, go ahead.
I'm only going to say this because he specified he wanted to do like raiding. And as much as people want to count things like CT raiding, I don't. There's always an optimal route, and really the optimal routes right now is stay away from Paladin.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
and that's really the only thing that gets shunned endgame, as far as I know. However, this is how a lot of my friends did it. Is you level what you want to play that still falls within the useful category, which right now at this point is just anything but Paladin, and then everyone has to do dungeons to get their esoterics or whatever the hell next tier is going to be. Basically, your weekly bullshit, and to do that, normally those are all AoE centric fights. So you would level Black Mage or Summoner to to dungeon run to get your, you know what I mean? So it's like you have your normal character that you want to play, or sorry, your normal job that you want to play, and you gear that up to the max, and then you sort of secondarily gear up a a an AoE DPS, or yeah, an AoE DPS to do your dungeon running, or a healer or a tank, if depending which one you didn't do. If you happen to level tank, then you can dungeon run on your tank. If you happen to level a healer, then you can dungeon run on your healer. But if you level a DPS, then you definitely want to have an AoE DPS to do dungeon running with, just to
Okay.
make things faster.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to tag onto that. I've been waiting actually. So, one, Jeff is completely fucking right about the AoE part. Our friend Rayo has told us about groups that just leave because he plays as DPS, a monk, and that's not AoE centric. The thing that you need to keep in mind about this game as comparison to WoW, and I'm going to use this heavily since you are an ex-WoW player, and so am I, is that you are not relegated to only a single class, the character. You have the ability to level up multiple classes and switch on the fly. So that means that even if you don't like your current spec with a, let's say, paladin, because they're the weakest right now, that you can go ahead and do whatever you want as a side venue. But the thing that you need to keep in mind is with every single MMO, there's always going to be downturns and upturns for every single class. Case in point, you mentioned Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest was fucking outstanding in Wrath. Holy Priest was fucking terrible in Mists. And Disc Priests were amazing in Mists. Every version of a class and every ability you have is going to have its uptime and downtime, and that's always going to happen. Right now, Paladin's in a position where, because of content, it's crap. So you may want to avoid that as your main focus, but that's not to say that you don't play it if that's what you want to play, because at some point down the line, you're going to be fucking awesome. But I think that keeping in mind...
Warriors.
Like Warriors, yeah. I think keeping in mind the fact that you are able to fill multiple roles and kind of picking a DPS spec, a tanking spec, and a healing spec for you if you want to play that much is very, very wise. It'd be like being a paladin in WoW, but you have the ability to have 3 specs instead of just 2. So you can do Prot, you can do Holy, you can do Ret. And that way, if you want to go do dungeons, you can go do Ret because you can be AoE, or you can do Prot instead, and you can actually get the short queue time, even though you're not the most optimal tank. It gives you flexibility. So it's probably hard to kind of break that WoW mentality of, I'm playing a Scholar, I can only play a Scholar, because that's not the case. You just change that main weapon, you're good to fucking go.
Yeah. And I always have faith in Square Enix doing something to balance. Like Black Mages were leaps and bounds ahead of Summoners before 3.0, and now Summoner is ahead of the game, and Summoner was like bottom of the barrel. Well, not really, but Summoners were not as bursty as they are now.
But now I'm like,
And now it's like Summoners.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Summoners are way better than Black Mages for AoE, but Black Mage are still better than everyone else for AoE,
yeah.
So it's not that black mages suck all of a sudden. It's just summoners are really good now. Just things like that. And like, you're right, paladin, stay away for now. But level on your downtime if you want to see what it's like. Because who knows, 3.1 comes around, maybe paladins will be back on the top, or whatever. Because paladins were well sought after in all of 2.0. It was like every group needed a paladin, or you would never really see two warriors,
Yeah.
but definitely you see two paladins more often than not. And then of course the optimal is one paladin, one warrior, and then you have the paladin main tanking, blah blah blah.
It was the same thing with White Mage Scholar. It was like two scholars like fuck, but then two White Mages like cool.
No problem, right? Yeah.
But
Double
then
medic too.
White Mage Scholar was like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I stay away from paladin, but really, I mean, for now, stay away from.
But she's
paladin.
leveling Dark Knight, so she should
Yeah.
be fine.
Or he.
He. Sorry, Jay.
Let's go. Question number 2. I've heard you guys mention on previous shows a ridiculously good warrior. Do you guys happen to know anyone else that occupies that definition for Dark Knights, or have suggestions to improve for Dark Knight? I love this game so far, but I have this growing suspicion that I'm doing something horribly wrong, and I won't know it until it seriously affects a group.
They're obviously talking about me.
Joe, you take this shit because I don't know anything about Dark Knights other than the fact that they have a giant sword.
They're amazing main
Zeno.
tanks. I think they do the most damage as a main tank in a tank stance. Well, I guess warriors can do really, really good damage, but we have also the mitigation on top of keeping damage up because our grit and dark side kind of cancel each other out while keeping the defense.
But he's asking
the
for anyone.
question is there someone like Xeno specs for warrior?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you know what I mean? Like,
Xeno levels warrior.
no,
Or
that's
Dark
what I
Knight.
mean.
He levels
Yeah.
Dark Knight also.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
does
does.
he watch his
I was
Dark Knight?
gonna say Xeno is pretty on the ball with most of the tanking stuff.
Yeah, so definitely you can watch him, but he generally, obviously, he goes on warrior main. And when I watch his raids, his off tank is a Dark Knight in Savage. So you can watch them because they do warrior Dark Knight when they do their thing.
I think the only place to see sort of Dark Knight playstyles is like look at the higher tier raid groups or free companies and like try to see what their group is doing, their Dark Knights are doing, or watch streams like Xeno plays Dark Knight on his spare time when he's raiding and stuff like that, or when he's doing on off nights. I believe I remember seeing him on Dark Knight. So you can watch what he does. I don't know if Elysium uses Dark Knights. They might. I really don't remember.
As
But you can
for
watch their videos.
suggestions to improve for Dark Knight, I mean, unless you're losing hate to other people, I guess, because I know that sometimes can be a problem with me and Dark Knights, is that, oh, they didn't do their AoE hate thingy, and I'm getting hit by all these mobs, so then the mob is running back to me, and I have to run back to the Dark Knight because the Dark Knight's not paying attention, and they're just like, swinging their sword around, going, whooshing, 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 and I'm like, help me, motherfucker! And they.
Did you turn into Samuel Jackson real quick?
Maybe.
Get this motherfucking mob off my motherfucking face.
Yeah, exactly. and sometimes I'm like, crying because they're not. And then they find like, oh, this person is standing here and is suffering. Let me take the blood and pain and tears off of you and onto myself.
Unleash. Unleash.
So the thing is, I don't think a Dark Knight really has an excuse for losing hate because they can hold, like, spamming Unleash when you have 3 enemies hitting you, you can get like almost 20 unleashes off. So there's really no excuse for not establishing a good amount of hate off the bat. As long as the enemies are hitting you right away.
Mhm.
So, and then single target, using dark arts with your Amity combo is the biggest threat multiplier like out of all the tanks. So, for single target, if you're using your threat combo with dark arts and not dropping dark side, you should be fine.
I don't have Dark Knight up yet. It's I'm leveling it, but anyway. Number 3. After those questions, I really only had one more rather silly question. My buddy and I have been spending all of our gil mindlessly changing our chocobo's feathers because let's face it, that is a true endgame. What colors are you guys' and gals' chocobos? I started towards hunter green but moved into the lighter colors since mine is currently lotus pink, but I might head to a more red color. I love the red colors. I forgot my color, so I kind of had to go look at a webpage, and my color is ice blue because I thought the lighter, or it's either ice or sky blue, but I want to make it darker, so I might try and make it into not an ink blue, maybe a Rotano blue.
Mine is red because it's 3 times faster.
Goddamn
Isn't it like a Dalamud red?
Dalamud red.
Oh,
3
Dalamud
times
red.
fast. 3
It's
times
nice.
faster.
Nice. Mine's I think mine's like honey yellow or some shit. It's ridiculous. I gave up. It went from like desert yellow to like million coin yellow to honey yellow, and I'm like, fuck this noise.
Mine is a sparkling golden color. You look at it, and the light from it like reflects off of the sunlight, and a majestic and beautiful countenance.
You're dumb.
And it
It's
can run
very-
on mountains and over water, right?
I haven't tried yet. Maybe. No, it's just yellow.
And it flies.
I didn't try to change the color at all. I said fuck that shit. It's fine.
That means
I
it's desert
started with
yellow.
Dalamud. I really did. I wanted to be 3 times as fast, but honestly, pink and purple are my 2 favorite colors, so I ended up Lotus Pink. Because Lotus Pink is the shit!
Lotus pink. Yeah.
Lotus Pink!
But it doesn't even look that pink.
It's got a little bit of pink, and I got that purple. It's fucking
Well,
sick, dog. Do you talk
he's
shit
got-
about my Lotus Pink?
Yeah,
But it
man.
also has
He's
to
got
work
2 of
with
the pink.
with also your barding. You got to coordinate.
I
Yeah,
know,
right.
seriously. That's why I'm trying to coordinate, and I'm thinking about something that'll go with my noble barding because it looks so pretty. I was thinking maybe of going back to white. It's kind of noble, right?
I saw a purple chocobo with the behemoth barding, and I was like, that's fucking cool.
You know what's
That's
really
pretty
noble?
badass.
Lotus Pink. Lotus Pink!
Or the blue with
What
the
the
Shiva.
okay.
Blue with the Shiva looks good too.
It's a
Oh yes,
pancake!
it does. It does. Ending this guy's email, he says, most importantly, I want to thank you for your show and all the silly conversations, laughs, insight, and news you bring me each week. I plan on starting to listen to older shows, and if you have any favorites, I'd love a recommendation so I can enjoy them. Please keep up the good work. Thanks, Ecchi Waifu from the Primal Lamia server, otherwise known as Jane Norris. Thank you again for subscribing to our Patreon.
Yes. Thank you.
Seriously, thank you.
I don't know. Are the older episodes up? Like
They
the
are.
really old episodes?
Ooh, like that far back?
On the
I have no
website,
idea.
right?
Are you
I
talking
haven't-
about where you and Oro start yelling at each other?
I haven't taken any of the older episodes down. They're all up on the website, but they might not be up on iTunes. Like
Well-
only like the latest episodes are on iTunes. But all the oldest one except for the Go Team Derp ones.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because I tried listening to Go Team Derp number 9, which is my personal favorite, because we had a shouting match about chocobos. And unfortunately, no one will get it unless you were listening to Go Team Derp from way back when. And that was in 1.0. And we had a really good fighting match. I won, of course.
No, you
Who
didn't.
won?
Oh, I did
I'm
win.
Sure you did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Finish him.
You didn't.
I did.
Fatality.
You
Because
didn't.
even now,
Friendship.
you can't get a
Friendship?
chocobo without being a fucking disciple of war. You're
That's not you winning
or
the shouting match.
magic.
It's just-
I still won.
That's not you winning the shouting match.
Oh no, I won.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Uh-huh,
that's
yeah.
right. We have
Sure.
another
Oh, can
email.
Can I read the next email?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this is one of the most intense and important emails we have ever fucking received. And I want to thank this person from the bottom of my heart because it's going to give us a great springboard to talk about. From Sputnik Eorzea. I like your show.
Period.
Best fucking email.
I was seriously like,
Winner email of 2015.
Drops
I
mic.
was looking at my cell phone. I'm like, what is this email? It's like, it says, I like your show. And then I clicked it and I'm like, there's going to be more, right? And then I'm like, there's nothing. Oh my gosh. And I started cracking up laughing. And I'm like, this is the best email ever.
The subject is the body. What?
I know.
Dun, dun, dun. No, that's fucking awesome. That's so awesome. I really
No.
like that.
I like
And I
your
feel like a
email,
total silly
sir.
person giggling about it.
Well, I'm really happy because Sputnik Eorzea has been listening to the show for a very long time. And so thank you for still being a
Nice.
fan of our show and still liking our show, because that really means a lot to us.
Especially after I came on board, drag the
No, my
class
drunken
down.
ass, Jesus Christ.
You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Sent some people away. They're like, fuck this shit, man.
Set the show back 20 years.
Just-
Everything you worked towards down the train.
I know. But before we do our closing credits, we have the PAX Prime 2015-14 giveaway. We have a winner, which is
Whoa. Did we actually pick the winner yet, or are we
I
picking
did.
the
I
winner
did pick
right
the winner.
now? Oh,
No.
okay.
So I mean, I did it as we were doing the pre-show, and because I was like, okay, how do I pick the winner? And the buttons just is like, winners.
Did I win? Did
Wait.
I win?
So you have the winner ready?
So
Wait, hold on.
What?
That's a drum roll. I
That
I'm
was
have
a
doing a
it.
drum roll.
shitty drum roll. God,
Oh,
I'm
that
sorry.
was a
I'm
shitty
not
drum roll.
talented.
So
Dude, I'll
Double
sound like
Clicker
you.
on Twitter is the one who has won our contest. He's all the way from freaking Australia, man.
The land where everything is trying to
Rip.
kill me.
Rip your shipping costs.
I know.
Yeah, so if you could actually send us the money for the shipping, so we can send you
No.
the
You guys are so horrible. So
that'd be great.
I will be
Thanks.
sending this as soon as possible.
Well,
and
don't
I will
you
be-
need their address
I will
and
be
all that jazz?
mailing them. Yes, I will be emailing them and asking them for their address, because otherwise you may
Oh.
never get your package.
Oh, what if he never responds? What
If
happens?
he never responds, I will be doing
Or
another
she.
draw. Yeah,
Or
he or
she,
she.
sorry.
I will be doing another draw. He has until, I'll give him 2 weeks. So if in 2 weeks he doesn't respond, it will be going back up, and I will pick another winner from the pool.
Ooh, all right. Sounds
So,
good.
Yeah. So Double Clicker on Twitter, if you're listening to this, either you'll get an
Congratulations.
email from me,
Congrats.
or
What's-
you email me at podcast@santansugan.net. Your choice.
Now, Calaera, tell him what he's won.
Oh, he has won a IB Ramu t-shirt. And
What?
a
Wait,
I-
wait.
oh,
rewind.
Ravana.
Ravana.
Fuck, Ravana.
You
Do
beat Ravana.
Do you even have
Dude,
these
No,
t-shirt
I don't have
thingies?
fucking Ramu, but you
Just
know,
going down the
it's
street and getting
all
them
like
screen
a
printed tonight.
So I mean, it's the same thing in my head. Also, a signed CD by Soken and a lenticular card that has a cool holographic effect that he has signed as well. So
In
yay!
your head.
Congratulations.
In your head.
Yay.
Oh!
Wow.
That was the best
What the fuck
We
was
doing
that?
drops?
soundboard. Bam, 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 bam.
Oh, that was bad. That was
We
really
are
bad,
going to
guys.
end this shit now.
Wow.
Before we do, we have finalized the plan for us to relaunch Sequence Break Radio. For older listeners, you kind of know what it is. For newer listeners, you're probably going, what the fuck? It is going to be our general broader topic show, because I know we do a lot of off-topic meandering talking here, but that will be greatly expanded in our Sequence Break Radio show, which will be rebooting on, I think we're going to start recording October 29th. And is that going to be live?
I hope so.
I think
Yeah.
it should be live.
I think
Okay.
we're going to be doing it live. So we will post more details up on our Twitter and on our website so that you can anticipate watching us streaming live on October 29th. And I think we decided at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Now for our closing credits. If you want to contact us, you can contact us at podcast@zantensuken.net. if you're wanting to follow us on Twitter for twitterings, like people probably twitching like uncontrollably, playing, I don't know. You can follow us on Twitter at SBXIV. If you want to follow us on Twitch, we are Sequence Break, not SBXIV, because, you know, that would be awesome-ish, I guess, consistent, but we're actually kind of like general. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired. I guess this is now the time. Oh, Patreon. I almost forgot. If you want to subscribe to our Patreon, you can find us at patreon.com/SBXIV. We're currently at what, 120?
131, I think.
Holy crap.
Holy cow.
Thanks, guys.
Whoa,
Thank
dude,
you.
I didn't know that way. I missed that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so we are close to getting halfway to our 300 per month thing. You know, I don't care if we get that. You know, I'm more happy that we got.
I'm happy we got $1.
I'm happy
we got
we
a dollar.
got
too.
$1.
We're halfway there.
Someone gives a shit. I love
Whoa.
you guys.
Living on a prayer.
I'm just gonna
Take
stop
my
before.
hand.
And we'll make it, I swear.
In March, we are also going to be at a convention in Seattle. I'm thinking we might Periscope our shenanigans. Who knows?
Oh, we should.
Yes.
Oh
So-
my god, yes.
So if you're interested in us periscoping our shenanigans or any other shenanigans we may have, email us, tweet us, let us know you want to hear our shenanigans, because those guys are crazy.
Okay. I've decided I need to bring a GoPro there.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna
Whoa.
attach it to a bottle of fucking whiskey
And handed it around the table.
and just hand it around, and then you see us like taking shots out of the whiskey bottle all fucking weekend long.
So wait, I can't.
You
Can I?
pretend to swig from it.
Because we don't want me going to the hospital. That'd suck.
But you can pretend.
Okay, I can
It'd be
pretend.
Great. Oh my god, I'm gonna do this now.
Soon.
What's gonna happen if I accidentally sip it?
Just keep the lid on.
That's
Actually,
gross.
I know you probably won't be able to tell. That's actually not bad.
Really? You think I should just keep the lid on?
Fuck it, we'll try it.
Okay, well, whatever.
Expect a dumb video later.
Now is our closing credit time. Well, our closing credit time. So everyone else can give their plugs. We'll start with Jeff. You haven't been here for a while.
Oh my god, I'm back again.
You are.
Brothers, sisters, everybody sing.
Guess
Oh.
who's
Gonna
back?
bring the flavor, show you how.
Yeah, get. Oh my
That's-
god.
Got a question,
Got a question for you, better answer now.
Everybody,
Yeah. Oh.
rock your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I-
Yes.
That's exactly the response I wanted. So good. Oh man. Okay, so I haven't gone due to work, but I'm back and mainly don't have anything to say about what I'm working on for myself, but I want to plug our YouTube channel that we started. So if you were part of our if you saw our contest, there was a button to subscribe to our YouTube. Our YouTube channel, I believe, is Sequence Break, and not Sequence Break or SBXIV. It's just like our Twitch, I believe, right?
Yes.
Someone correct me. Yeah, okay.
We couldn't name a channel yet because you have to have it for 31 days.
Right. So we don't have an official
Really?
name, and
Yeah.
yeah. So, we will get that up and running as soon as the 31 days come up. We will have this episode as well as all of season 3 on there, and then on top of that, I would like at the very least our Patreon subscribers to chime in to sort of dictate or give us direction on like what you want to see in the channel. Like, for example, that GoPro thing could definitely be a video on our YouTube, like just like a vlog, like a host's vlog kind of thing. Uh, or we could, we're already thinking about putting highlights of our Twitch show onto YouTube,
Oh my gosh, like the
things like
amnesia
that.
thing. Oh shit.
Yeah, so things like that could definitely go straight to YouTube, um, and maybe and our Twitch channel, I guess. So for people to have an extra avenue of viewing things. Uh, and other things like I mean, I know we've gotten a couple of requests to do guides and stuff, so I'm sort of in the process of getting equipment to do that. I kind of need a little bit more time to fiddle with some equipment and get some hard drive space to record videos and stuff. So, with the new content coming out, Void Arc and all that jazz, maybe we can help our community, through making guides and things like that. Although that's not a promise, we'll definitely try to, because it's something that I wanted to do. It's something that some viewers have expressed interest in like sort of seeing, and everyone else seems pretty excited about it on the team. So, you know, please look forward to it.
Well played.
That's all I have to say, really.
Oro, please don't sing.
Hakamichi.net. There's nothing of any importance there, but if there ever is anything of importance, it'll be there.
Thank you for
You can
keeping
count
it
on it.
succinct. Joe,
Hello.
please don't make me regret this.
Follow me on Twitter, J0SHIMITSU. We actually, me and Dark did a test stream on the Sequence Break Twitch, and seems like people enjoyed random stuff during this downtime, so we might be doing that. I don't know how often, but
Street
I'll
Fighter.
probably I'll stream Street Fighter on there.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll stream Street Fighter on there. So if you follow me on Twitter or follow the Sequence Break Twitter, make sure to announce it on there. And also, yeah, we can if you guys like that kind of stuff, or give us like what you guys want to see like streamed, because sometimes the episode said this is the downtime, so I'm kind of down for doing whatever. Like, I like soloing random shit. I've soloed all the way up to AK.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I don't know if I can do any of the hard modes, but something I'd be willing to stream if people wanted to watch that.
Sweet. Cirrisian.
Oh?
Are you drinking, man?
Maybe.
Okay, so hi. I'm about a quarter of a bottle in, so this may not make
Half
sense.
empty,
Fuck it.
half
Oh,
full.
it's quarter empty. That's important. There's still more drink.
It's 3/4 full.
Exactly. So I want to thank the people that actually showed up for the Amnesia stream. That shit was crazy fun, and I want to give you heads up now. I did, in fact, have nightmares that night. I could not sleep. I hate you all.
I couldn't sleep either.
Wow.
So I'm really
I almost
glad
thought you
that people
said,
went.
I want to give you guys head now, and I'm like, what?
That's not
That's-
entirely off the
that's
table,
fine.
but hey, whatever. So that is kind of one of the many facets that we're talking about. Just we want to interact more with you guys, and we like to stream. We like to be dumb. So Twitch and YouTube and Twitter, CIRRISIN. We want to, be part of your day-to-day. Maybe run a dungeon with you. Maybe watch me fail at Amnesia again. Maybe, just random stuff like that. Just something we can get out there and interact with you guys, because you guys have been so kind to us by even subscribing to Patreon, giving us downloads, listening to us, paying attention to my drunken ass for the past hour and a half. It's fantastic. So thank you very much. We're doing this for you guys. And please, if you want to see something specific, let us know.
Yes.
Hello.
Agreed.
I am Calaera, your lord and savior, otherwise known as I don't know. Just Calaera, I guess. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter, Calaera. For those who are subscribed on Patreon, if you are paying $10 or more, you do have access to a content inquiry. It was published on September 18th, so almost a month ago. We only had, I think, 4 people respond. And just as a heads up as to what kind of questions there are, one of them, Calaera, has been pondering doing a Let's Play or Let's Watch Calaera fumble as she plays a healer class. Should Calaera invite the rest of the SBXIV crew to harass her?
The answer is yes.
These are the choices. Calaera's crying and whining is fun. Invite them all. She should at least invite one person. Jeez.
Siri.
She should go YOLO solo. Give her peace of mind away from the icky boys.
YOLO solo. I like that. That's funny.
So, those responses are prioritized because then you guys are, helping us be able to support the show. Hosting is important, and some of the extra funds I am going to be using to help send this all the way to Australia, because I don't know how much that's going to cost me. I'm kind of scared. Like, oh, at least it's all one package.
Express it, please.
Oh, I'm not going to express
Send it
how.
second day.
Isn't that going to cost me several $100s?
You have eggs. You can sell them.
Probably.
Oh,
10 G's, man.
I'm not. No. Anyways, I am looking forward to visiting the post office and going, hey, look, this is going to Australia, and no, it's not a bomb. Here are the contents of it, and then having them raise an eyebrow at me, going, oh, really?
What
Like,
does you beat Ravana really mean?
Is that code?
For
Are you a spy?
incest. Yeah, I'm a spy.
Are you a Garlean spy, madam?
I am.
Very nice. Let me lube your gun up.
Ew. Okay, we are done. Say goodbye, everyone. God damn it.
Game over.
All of those drops.
User wins.
God damn it. Goodbye.
No more drops.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye bye.